Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. Today I'm going to be reacting for the first time to one of your most requested songs, Love is Like a Dream, performed by Dimash Kudaibergen. Now, I've been watching Dimash for a little while, and I'm most intrigued by his artistic journey, and one of the most pivotal people in his life is a man named Igor Krutoy. I mention this because Igor is not only the composer of this song, but he also is going to be seen on stage playing the piano with Dimash. So I'm really excited to see how that pairing works out. And I want to shout out a big thank you to all my viewers who supplied this link. We'll be watching the version from April of 2019, performed in Moscow. Let's get to it.
Dimash Kudaibergen.
Я в глаза твои, как в зеркало смотрюсь. Отражение потерять свое боюсь. Не хочу, чтоб я лишь гостем был в сумраке ночей и в судьбе твоей. Я люблю тебя, как любят в жизни раз. Словно солнце в мире не было до нас. От забот и мелких ссор я тебя увел, и ключи от счастья для тебя нашел, для тебя нашел.
This beginning is just fascinating. He is going into vocal fry more than I've ever heard him do. Vocal fry is the lowest vocal register. It's so low that it doesn't even really have a pitch. It's the sound, just kind of a vocal cords like rubbing together, right? No real pitch to it. And I've heard Dimash dip into it a little bit before, but here he's using it so expressively. It's beautiful in a way that I haven't heard vocal fry be beautiful before. I'm really excited to hear how he grows the song at this point because I think that starting in vocal fry gave it so much tenderness and it felt very intimate immediately. So let's keep going.
Любовь, похожая на сон, сердец хрустальных перезвон, твое волшебное люблю. Я тихим эхом повторю, любовь, похожая на сон. Счастливым сделала мой дом, но вопреки законам сна, пускай не кончится она.
Oh, wow. This is really, really beautiful. The composition, it sounds reminiscent of Tchaikovsky, who is one of my favorite composers. I've done a lot of Tchaikovsky songs, and I bet that, well, probably like most Russian composers, Tchaikovsky was probably a really big influence on Igor Krutoy. Also, there is an orchestra playing, which I didn't mention in the intro. I thought it was just Igor and Dimash, but we have an orchestra behind as well. Those sustained strings are just adding to that emotional dynamic. I love it, love it, love it. Dimash's performance is it's so easy to get lost in. I find myself not thinking at all about, oh, how is he doing this with his voice? And instead, I'm just getting lost in looking at the beautiful lyrics and listening to the story that he's giving. It's just gorgeous.
Я прощаю одиночество и грусть. Ты сказала, в них я больше не вернусь. Так бывает только в сладком сне, но любовь у нас наяву сейчас. Мне в глазах твоих себя не потерять. По разлуке нам любовь не разменять. И немыслимой ценой, и своей мечтой заслужил я это счастье быть с тобой. Быть всегда с тобой.
Okay, it sounds like it's building here. So before it goes into a bigger part, there's something he's doing which is so hard for singers to do. And that is he's communicating with absolute sincerity in a language that isn't his mother tongue. This is really impressive. I know I've performed in 17 or 18 languages at this point. Opera singers do a lot of language work. And it's just hard not only to pronounce the other language, but to pronounce it in such a way that makes people feel like you're just communicating emotion. There aren't necessarily words or any sort of language barrier or any sort of concern about the pronunciation. None of that is going through the performer's head. If you can communicate just that emotion through foreign words, it's truly spectacular, and it's really, really hard to do. But he does it so, so well. Okay, let's keep going.
Любовь, похожая на сон, сердец хрустальных перезвон. Твое волшебное люблю. Я тихим эхом повторю, любовь, похожая на сон. Счастливым сделала мой дом, но вопреки законам сна, пускай не кончится.
Wow. That takes so much composure to do as well. But there were several times in this last section when I just got goosebumps. His voice is so expressive in this song. This is one of my favorites. Yes, I love vocal acrobatics, but be able to express things the way he's doing here, that's even more difficult, I think. It's just truly incredible. I love the way he's mixing the genres here. I heard a couple of you has said it's popra, and I think that's a pretty apt description. But overall, I think it just really defies any genre. I love the way right here when he was doing the runs down, they sounded a little more classical in nature, and before you had some pop or R&B influences. And again, you hear him coming in and out of right when we ended. You had a falsetto, this really pure, angelic, almost feminine tonal quality, and before you had some head voice where he was able to pop in and out of being much more strong versus more vulnerable. He has a lot of flexibility in his head voice. Uh, there's so much that's good, but we do have to keep going. I'm so excited to see how he finishes this. Oh. What was that heartbeat?
Любовь, похожая на счастливым сделала война. Но вопреки законам сна, пускай не кончится она.
What? How long was that last note? And how well was it held? That was great. That was great. Okay, just a second. Let's go back. I want to see, let's see how long that last note was. We talked about a run another time and how it was a really, really long breath, but this is just one note, and it's hard to keep that note in the pocket. Don't let that vibrato come in until the last moment, but he did it very well. Let's check it out. Let's see. Here's big breath. Woo! Okay, so 17 seconds on that last note. Just the last note. And did you hear how he really held it steady with like this laser-like focus at first, and then gave the vibrato at the end? That shows some really, really excellent control. I want to go back and I want to catch that kind of a little bit before where I stopped last, where he just got into his falsetto. For me, that was one of the most stunning moments of the piece. And I was really mesmerized by how it had that pause right before building in. And it sounded like a heartbeat that came in. And even some audience members started applauding, but you can tell by Dimash's presence that the song isn't done yet. So I want to say somewhere right around here, probably.
Пускай не кончится.
Sounds like an Ave Maria. This is so well written for his voice. Oh yeah, see how he's holding that energy on stage looking around at everyone like, no, not yet, not yet. No, don't applaud. And then he does that little lip thing that's like, haha, power. Ugh. So good. So good. In addition to just being a magnificent vocal performance, it also is a beautiful stage performance. Throughout this performance, you can see how he's conducting with his hands. Of course, one has the microphone on, and sometimes he readjusts his grip on the microphone to show that he's about to change a tone quality or that he wants some more energy in something. But with his other hand, it's really clear what kind of emotion he's feeling. Like you could write an entire song just to the way his hand moves. In fact, that'd be really interesting. Somebody should do a video of just Dimash's hand movements, do like a compilation. Because throughout here, you can see at the end, there was one point. Where is it? Right at the very end. Let's watch his hand. Oh, see, there's a hand there. There's that regrip. Whoop. Ah, yeah. And the fist. Wow. What a fantastic performer. After having taken a few moments to digest that performance just a little more, one of the things that's striking me the most still is how well Igor Krutoy has written for Dimash. And I'm sure it wasn't just a one-way street. Usually when you see this amazing kind of partnership between a composer and singer, they're suggesting things back and forth and trying things out. And you just don't see songs that start in vocal fry and end on this huge belted note with the lovely falsetto Ave Maria-like section in the middle. That could only be written for Dimash. And it was so, so gorgeous. I want to say thank you again to all of my viewers. I adore you guys. I love your comments. Thank you so much for the recommendations. I have yet to be disappointed by a single recommendation that you've given. So thank you for having great taste. I hope that you'll come and join me at the premieres on Monday and Fridays at 8 a.m. There's a chat, and I just love getting to chat with everyone there. So come and say hi. Tell me where you're from. I hope to be seeing you soon.